Hey there folks, and welcome back to Star Citizen. There's been an update where they have added the 325A into Arena Commander. And sure, we're going to be showing that a little bit, but that's not actually the reason I'm making this video, is because the reason I'm actually making it is because you can do more than just fly around your 325A if you have one. And right now I am flying around a 325A that I had parked in my garage. I heard some screaming. That can't be good. It's an alright aircraft. It's nothing special. Or not aircraft, it's a spacecraft. One thing that I noticed is you run out of energy on your guns really quick. So if look at the 1 and 2 on the left-hand portion of the screen, it's the Omninsky 6 laser cannons. I fire it just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times, and it completely drains my power. So it's kind of sucky because you can't always hit them and hit these guys unless you're very, very close. Oh my god. And I just almost crashed. Well, I did crash, but we're still alive. So there's something that you can do, I don't know if you know this, that can help with that. If you have other guns that you've purchased or ships that have other guns on them, you can actually switch them out while you're in the hangar mode and then go fly the ships again with the different cannons on, and it has very different effect on how you fly your game. So we're actually going to do that. We're not going to be able to hit these guys, not with this setup. Sometimes you can one-shot them, but sometimes you can't. You gotta hit them with every single gun all at the same time. So what we're gonna do is we're going to head into the hangar mode in just a little bit. So see you guys there. Okay, so here we are. We are in the Selfland hangar. I actually like this particular hangar quite a lot. Even though it is technically what was considered the discount hangar, I like it. I use it for my small ships. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to the little console that you use to switch stuff around. We're going to take our 325A. We're going to go to weapons. We're going to take off the Omninsky laser cannons. However, right now it's kind of glitched. The cannons just stay in place when you move the ship, so you kind of gotta find a way to look at them. We're gonna throw those off. And you can't put any on until you, you'll have to go to ammo and then back to weapons, and you should be able to, yep, see the nodules are now there so you can place your weapons on. We're gonna put some Bulldog repeaters on. These are, in my opinion, at least for the way that I fly, probably the best guns for me, at least. Yeah, there's a little bit of a bug right now, the gun's staying in place. Anyhow, then we will press tab, we will press F, shut down the equipment, and just like normal, this has been in the game since, well, almost since launch, or since the hangar has been released. You can see that the guns have now been put on your 325A, but now when you go into Arena Commander and select your 325A, you can also use it with the Bulldog repeaters on. And with the way that I shoot, I pretty much need bullet hoses, or in this case laser hoses, to destroy the enemy. So I'm not much of a precision sniper when it comes to flying. And for some reason, despite the fact this is a much more powerful aircraft, I do better shooting down things in the Aurora than I do in this thing. Probably because it's the aiming point turns so quickly because this is such a maneuverable ship. Anyhow, let's go back into Arena Commander and I'll show you what it's like when you put different guns on it. I also have, I'm just not going to go back into the hangar mode for you guys, but I'm going to be testing this ship out with several different gun varieties. I should probably show you which guns I'm going to be using. Go to weapons. We have the 9 Series Longsword. These are the guns that are on the Avenger, I believe. I have 2 of these. There's one there, one there. The Omninsky 6 laser cannons are the ones that are normally on there. And we also have the Bearing M4A lasers, which are the ones that you find on your Aurora and other smaller ships. So that is that. You cannot change out your engine as far as I know, or your power plant. I tried changing out the power plant with the one that's in the Hornet over there. It didn't want to get changed out. Maybe it's because it's a different power plant size. You might actually, if you have like a 325A and a 315P, you might be able to switch out the 315P motor. It is a more powerful motor. I don't know if it accelerates as fast, but you can probably switch out those things. I don't know if that will translate to anything in Arena Commander, but we will show you Arena Commander because I've been talking enough. Time to show you it. Alright, here we are back in game, and as you see on the left hand portion of the heads up display, you see that we now have the CF007 Bulldog repeaters. So let's give them a shot. Oh, and here come the Vanduul. We're playing Vanduul Swarm on Broken Moon. Oh god, don't crash into the beam. Oh god. Okay, we're fine. Let's target in one of these guys, and yep, there you go. There's the Bulldog repeaters in action for you. And for me, at least, they work a lot better because they don't require as much energy. You can use them a lot more, and you can generally hit your target more, at least in my personal experience. Ooh, looks like we got hit with something. And for some reason the missiles on this don't seem to like to work, at least in my personal experience. Oh god, we're blacking out. That's one thing you gotta worry about in these Origin chips. They're really maneuverable, so it's easy to black out in. Alright, well, now that you got a handle on what the Bulldog repeater's like, and as you can see, I can hold on this gun for a long time before the energy drains out completely. I'm just gonna wait until it completely drains out, and as you see, there's also a heat indicator. Don't want your guns to get too hot. There we go. We used up all of the energy, and it's starting to replenish itself, so that is the Bulldog repeaters. We're gonna use some other guns in just a bit. Get this guy. There we go, got some more damage on him. Alright, I'll be back in a little bit with some different guns on it, and we'll show you the different aspects of those. See you guys back in a little bit. Okay guys, we're back in the hangar module. I know I said I wouldn't go back to the hangar module, but I neglected to tell you something. If we are to put these 9 series longswords on here, these are regular guns that require actual ammunition. Where's the other 9 series? There it is. So if we would fly this as is, and we would turn off our heads-up display, and we would go into Arena Commander, the guns actually wouldn't have any ammunition. You would have them on your ship, and they would try to fire, but they don't have any ammunition, so they wouldn't damage the enemy. So what we have to do is, we'll turn this back, we'll grab our ship, we'll go to ammunition, and these guns, I don't know, well, let's see here if we can move this correctly. You'll see they're 25mm ammunition, or they require 25mm ammunition. So we'll go over here, we'll find the ammo box of 25mm ammunition, we'll slap it right on there, and they take that. There we go. Now we don't have any more 25mm ammunition, so we can't overload it. And the same thing goes for your K&W mass driver cannon. It requires ammunition as well, but it's already preloaded in the ship, so you don't really have to worry about that. So there we are. We're going to be back in game in a little bit, and we're going to show you the longswords. Alright folks, and we're back with the 9 series longsword, and as you can see on the left hand portion of the screen in the heads up display, you have your ammunition count. Normally you start off with 1500. I fired a couple of rounds just because it's fun. If you see, when you fire it, there's not much of a tracer. Not that there would be a tracer in space because that requires friction from the atmosphere, but you can kind of see the projectile flying off the sides, and you can also see them hitting the asteroid in front of me, and that's what it looks like when I shoot the main mass driver cannon. So you don't have to worry about energy, however you do have to worry about ammunition. I know 1500 rounds sounds like a lot, and it honestly is a lot, but when you're on your 15th round of the Vanduul Swarm, you'll realize just how little ammunition it actually is. But say in the persistent universe, 1500 rounds should be plenty to get you through anything, and these are pretty hard-hitting rounds. Granted, they're not very fast as far as rate of fire. They are pretty decent when it comes to accuracy and power. and couple that with the mass cannon, or the mass driver cannon. It's quite the potent combination. Alright, I'll be back with the final gun that we're going to be taking a look at, which is your base bearing gun, which you can find on your Aurora. Granted, it'd be a downgrade if you put it on your 300i, but we'll still take a look at it because you still can put it on. So I'll see you guys back in a bit. Alright folks, we're back, and we have the Bearing M4A lasers on here, and this thing is actually quite a beast with these things. The power plant in this ship is more than enough to keep up with any rate of fire these things have, and it's actually a fairly decent rate of fire on the 300 or 325A. I mean, yeah, and they pack a pretty decent punch too, so it's not a bad combination of guns if you want. And you have, I'm approaching the simulation boundary, and you still have your mass driver cannon that you can use. And if you use mouse aim mode, let me turn mouse aim mode on. The mass driver cannon is a gimbaling gun, so you can actually shoot things fairly decently if you use this particular aim mode. However, the wing-mounted guns are not gimbaling, so you have to worry about that. Well, not necessarily worry about that, but keep that in mind. In fact, let's slow down a bit. I don't want to crash into anything. And I'll show you what the guns look like on the outside. So there you go. It's kind of funny, the muzzle flashes are green, but the lasers are blue. And we can just peruse the ship. It looks kind of cool. Can't really shoot in this mode, and it can't really... well, you can steer a little bit, but... they're really hard to fly in this particular view mode. Oh god, don't crash. And one thing I noticed, there's no thrust coming out of the back of the ship. That's probably something they'll fix in future updates. But yeah. So that has been the update that they have done to Arena Commander and Star Citizen in general. I'll keep you guys posted on any updates that they do. Thank you folks for watching. That'll be it for this episode, and I'll see you guys next time.